I'm talking touchdown, touchdown. I'm talking Perry goes up like what, 28-7. Here comes Letcher Central rolling back, 28 points unanswered. Now, obviously, oh, I'm on TV. I'm on TV.
Look at this one. Look at these.
You are amazing. We need more yellow tape.
Where's security at?
Letcher Central last year, of course, Perry Central, they lost to J-Train. They lost Jaden East, who was such, like their whole team, right?
Who would not want that kid?
I mean, amazing. He had like 37 carries that night.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
basically just got tired and wore down, and Letcher Central was able to fight back. Big turnover down the stretch and come back and take the lead and win that one.
You know, usually you say an offense needs to rest the defense by staying on the field, but the defense couldn't rest because it was J-Train touchdown, defense back out.
The defense was dead. We were scoring, and the defense was dead. And then, of course, we saw how the season progressed, and Perry Central, of course, big year, big-time winning season. Letcher Central also, even though they didn't finish on a winning note at 5-6, ended up having a good year.
Great year.
And now you got 2-3 versus 0-4, and you got to think Perry is really desperate. And you know, it's scary to play a team you know is good, that's been on the ropes, and you know they got to be getting desperate.
Yep.
Have you been in that? Like I think about us in basketball in Cordia last year.
Yeah.
Their record never was good, but therefore you knew that you were going to get this like Hail Mary desperate attempt, right?
Yep.
It's like some of these teams. Well, it's like the Packers and Eagles last night.
Like the Packers and Eagles last night. You got the Green Bay's 3-0.
Yep.
Come in, you know.
Eagles 2-3.
Yep. 1-2, whatever they were.
Yeah, 1-2. And you're like, Eagles are better than that. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yep.
And so you got to think those teams are starting to get desperate. Unless you're like the Cincinnati Bengals, and then you just let it go.
You just let it go.
Or the Miami Dolphins.
Well, and with Letcher, I still like, one thing you got to think about, they went how many seasons here without even winning a football game?
Well, they went the one season.
Yeah,
the one season we didn't win a game.
Didn't win a game.
Yeah.
You come back the next year and you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good last year.
And they needed that. And you lose a lot of upperclassmen on that team, but you
come on.
You lose a lot of upperclassmen on that team, but it gave them enough confidence. These younger guys, they've already won 2 games this season.
Right.
I like it's a transition.
And Letcher Central, and they lost a lot too.
Yes.
I mean, they lost their quarterback. They lost guys on defense. They lost the Surgeon twins, which was huge. You know, and they've had to replace so much. But they still do have the #1 weapon, and his name is Hunter Campbell.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to look at this?
I did. Yeah, I did.
The kid has 177 receiving yards on the year.
These stats.
677 rushing yards through 5 games. Through half a season. At this rate, the man is going to go for over 1,200 rushing, and he's going to go for over 300 easy in receiving.
I agree.
1,500 yards total he's going to go for.
Yeah, he's going to get it. And it's one of those things, every team needs that guy, especially if it's a team that's been a little bit down.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you got to have a stud.
You got to have it.
You got to have a stud. And we have a stud. Now, if you're looking at Perry Central on the other side, and of course, offensive schemes have changed too. You know, we saw last year Letcher Central ran more of the pro style, run pass option, RPO, you know, where Nick could just stick it in the gut and make a read, more spread. This year, more of the wing T style. We got multiple backs in the backfield. Don't know who's going to get it. We're running the ball just about every down. You know, I think we have over 1,200 yards on the ground already this year, and just over 300 or so through the air. So it's like, obviously, Letcher Central is now more run-oriented.
Yes.
And you saw where Perry Central now more pass-oriented.
They are, and I think you'll see a little bit of both out of Perry, but yeah, definitely more pass-oriented. And I'll go back to what you said with Letcher. You have all this variety you can throw in there now.
Yeah.
And then you still have that. I always like to compare these teams to Kentucky because everybody watches Kentucky football.
Everybody watches Kentucky football.
Even if we suck, we still watch it. And you're seeing this year, we really miss having that Benny Snell or that someone who.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you need a first down or you need a touchdown, you give him the
ball.
ball.
Yeah.
And so now Letcher has these they're diverse. They have these options, but they still have a guy that's like, if we really need some yardage, let's go.
But who are we going to give it to? We need a score. Who are we giving the ball to? Same in basketball, you know.
Yep.
But for that, with that being said, and I don't want to shortchange Chance McKenzie on Perry Central
absolutely
ball.
not.
I mean, he's averaging 195 yards a game, passing through the air. And
Yeah,
got
he's putting
5
up
touchdowns.
unbelievable numbers too. Yeah.
So, but I like what you said a little bit. If Perry Central's going to win tonight, they maybe need to go a little bit more like what they did last year and go run heavy. And I know, like you're saying too, is they're missing Benny Snell. They're missing Jaden Neese.
They are.
But if you want to win tonight, I think you got to control the game on the ground. I think whoever controls the ground game tonight is obviously going to win this game.
What I like about the ground game from Perry tonight is high school football, more than any other level, I feel like, is a game of complete strategy. Who's going to survive in the last 5-6 minutes of a game?
Right.
And if you run and pound in high school football, that defense gets so tired.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
not most schools have one defense.
Right. It's not like the NCAA or the NFL, and only the luxury of really big schools have 11 guys different guys that'll play either side. I mean, what you're saying is 100% true in the game of high school football. It's like you got the same guys playing on offense and defense. You got the same guys playing all night.
Yep.
We watched Pineville and Not Central.
Yep.
Pineville had, 25 kids over there.
Yep.
And you talk about having to be in shape and needing to take care of the ball and being aware of just your ground game and controlling the clock. I mean, you just got to be so aware.
You have to be so aware. And we talked about that Pineville Knott game you just mentioned. Both teams, not a huge number on their roster, but we still saw that defense wear down at the end and take effect. And
so tonight, ground game, totally crucial for both sides. Hunter Campbell, Chance McKenzie. I think you got to see both players play an excellent game on both sides to determine this winner. And by the way, man, I forgot to mention, I'm glad to be back. I'm sorry I left you.
it's okay. You had a good reason.
Backstreet Boys was amazing. It was incredible. Listen, even if you don't like Backstreet, even if you're not into the boy band thing, and these boys are like 40 years old now, 40 plus, they are amazing.
Yeah.
It was an amazing show.
Vanna saw you at the concert, and
I saw Vanna.
She said, he was wearing a shirt. I think he had it back from when the Backstreet Boys were like real.
It was vintage. You all saw the shirt. It was vintage, man. I was loving life. Like, I was out there fist pumping like I was in 8th grade. Like, I went back to 8th grade. Quit playing games with my heart.
There.
I mean, I was loving life.
Oh.
My wife was, my wife's never happy, and she was loving life.
I was really glad we were actually off last week. I got to go to the Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Louisville.
How was that?
And got to see some of my favorites, man. I loved it.
All right.
Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown Band?
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Yes, I loved them.
We got 2 minutes. I got some other things. High school
go.
football.
Yes.
Next week, we're going to be at
Hazard.
At Hazard. I've never been to Hazard.
Bulldogs.
We're going to go at Hazard. You got Somerset 3-1. You got the Bulldogs 4-0 undefeated. I think that's going to be a big matchup.
It is. And that's another one of those with Perry, Hazard. I don't care how down Hazard is.
Yeah.
They're a football school. It's tradition,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose.
It really doesn't. I'm sorry, I got that flipped. You were right. Hazard's 3-1. Somerset's 4.
Yes. Yep.
So, with that said, no matter how down Hazard thinks they are, says they are,
You're
it's
a football
they're never
school.
really down.
I don't care. And no matter what the record is, Hazard could be 0-4, and if I'm a coach, I do not want to go to Hazard.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? We heard it's awesome. We heard there's tailgating. We heard there's, all kinds of good stuff. Okay, and then 2, before we get to this break, have you seen what Breathitt has been doing?
Oh, my gosh. The game that you missed for the Backstreet Boys, I got to truly see it and watch Breathitt, and got to sit with our guy Brandon Hayes, who teaches at Breathitt, and hear a lot of the inside scoop. Winston, that's my favorite high school football team.
They may
in
go
the state
undefeated.
Right now. I love them. I think
really
they will.
May go undefeated.
They
you look at their schedule, and I'm like, who on this schedule is going to beat Breathitt County?
O'Hara looks like such an athlete. His physique is unbelievable.
And it's almost like he just needed that year, to just really figure things out. And now that he's got things figured out, it's like everything at his disposal, like he can do anything. Get this. They're 5-0, obviously.
Yes.
243 points scored, 41 points allowed. They are averaging 48 points a game. 48. While their opponents are averaging 8.
We talked
I don't care
about
who you're playing.
We talked about those numbers, and Winston, they have 4 guys they can stick in at tailback.
Right.
They have 3 guys they can throw the ball to in the air.
Right.
O'Hara can take off with
Right.
it. Options are like unlimited.
Well, and we've been talking about, obviously, every team needs that one go-to.
Yes.
And Breathitt has multiple.
Yes.
So, good job, Coach Moore.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've got it going on, and we saw flashes of that last year.
Yep.
I'm
We did.
excited to get there. We're 2 weeks away from going to Breathitt, if we get to go to Breathitt.
They seem really passionate too. I think if we get to go.
They love football. Are you kidding me?
It's
amazing.
Oh, it was one of the best post-game interviews I have ever done was last week. That was unbelievable.
Oh, I missed it?
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was our guy.
Coach Moore? O'Hara?
No, not O'Hara.
Player?
Yes, and our running back. I'm lost right now. But so passionate about the game.
Yeah.
He was just in love with his team. Hearing him talk, great stuff.
Talked up his team.
Yes.
It's nice to hear him talk about the team. What y'all got that money going on for? Listen, Mountain Heritage, we're going to be back in a minute. We're going to take a break. Josh, I think, is going to buy me something. Listen, come down here, Mountain Heritage, if you can't go to the game. Brain Freeze booth, it's #1. Right? Can you see it on camera? Shaved ice. LCC boys basketball, they're amazing. I'm going to get one and bring it and set it here and let y'all see this. It's a foot tall. It's amazing. You get fruit on it, cream on it.
Yeah, I need one.
You want one. You need to put some money in LCC boys basketball's pocket.
I hear that the only thing you need is a string so that you can tie your tongue, keep them slapping your brains out. Is that right?
Is that right? When we get back,
look at these people. Look at these people. Look at these people.
Now I'm on.
Look at these people. Look at all these people.
Old ball coach Rick
Beautiful
Adams,
people.
man. He's one of a kind.
Beautiful
We'll be back
people.
in a second. We're taking a break. When we get back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work in this community, a place we want to see grow and prosper. Thacker Grigsby is committed to a Fiber to the Home project, which will bring every home and business in our service area fiber within a 5-year period. We're halfway there, but we won't stop until we reach our goal. And that's a big deal. We're committed to serving you and our community. At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber to the home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
For 100 years, we have educated some of the brightest and best leaders of our region. At Alice Lloyd College, we stand for
work ethic,
quality,
affordability,
leadership. Alice Lloyd College.
stay close, go far.
Want to know more about Alice Lloyd College? Call us toll-free or visit us online at alc.edu.
Roll over. Can't say 5. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and...
I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hey.
What's up, baby? You all right?
Oh, we're back.
Good. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. I had to talk to my guys, Terrell and Tyler Boggs. That's my boys.
It's good seeing those
Forgive
guys.
them. Oh, yeah, if you don't know, they're both playing at Berea College.
Yeah.
Super proud. I'm like a proud dad, but they're both at Berea. You know, Terrell is like 21 and 10 last year, 21 and 11. And I've been here, and Tyler's been playing great.
It's great.
So
That's really good.
I'm excited. I ran into one of my other former players, Trevor Harden, last night. He's playing baseball at Alice Lloyd. So shout out to those guys, man. It gets me right here.
Can I just say,
I got right here for a second.
little off topic,
Yeah, let's have it.
I like the Mountain Heritage Festival even more now.
Why?
Not only can I sit here and eat festival food and talk sports,
It's amazing.
I can listen to Tuesdays Gone by Leonard Skinner at the same time. I love some Leonard Skinner.
I think it is Leonard Skinner.
It might be. They're back.
It's the final tour.
They are back.
I can also see the Kentucky Miss Moonshine booth in the distance. You see that?
Yes.
I didn't even know that
Yes.
existed.
Oh, it's there.
Can you buy moonshine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to maybe post game?
We might have to, There was, listen, Whitesburg's been getting it going on. This Mountain Heritage and our Levitt Amp Productions, it's great.
Keep it coming.
It's great.
We're remodeling the hotel.
Oh, really?
Daniel Boone Hotel. It's getting remodeled right now, demolished. We're going to build it back up. You'll have a place to stay.
Part of the mountains.
All right. Next topic I'm super excited about, and we've already tried to talk about it 3 times.
Yeah, we have. We can't get away from it.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but the night that I went to Backstreet Boys, the next day, I was at UK's campus at noon, ready to go for this Florida-UK matchup.
Yes.
And I was there. And I'm going to tell you something that's a happy thought, right? Sad thought. From where I was sitting in the stands, the field goal looked good. I was losing my mind. I thought it was good.
It looked beautiful on TV. I can't imagine from there.
And the most embarrassing was that I ragged this Florida fan the whole game. I mean, he was wearing a Tebow jersey, and I just laid into him the entire game with the baby chump, and I was redneck, and I just laid into this guy, and when that field goal missed, I just was like, what have I done? And of course, this guy's in my ear, and what do you say?
That's, at home, I was a little embarrassed. I can't imagine heckling a Florida fan at the game.
Oh, it was so embarrassing.
Winston, I truly feel like we were the better football team
Absolutely.
on the field.
Absolutely.
We were the better team.
We're the best team.
Yep.
We dominated that game for 3.5 quarters.
Yep.
Like, what happened? From the stands, I really don't know. It's like you want to say we got too cute, conservative. I guess not cute's not the word. I would have rather got cute. Conservative. You know, we're in this weird situation with Smith, and like we don't really know what he can do, what he can't do. And then we still did enough to win the game. You know,
Yeah.
I think you got you got to go back to the defense. Where were they at?
Where were they at? Well, and it's so many, we get all the way to the goal line, we throw the interception, lose the ball. That was another touchdown we got taken away. The targeting call at the end. Can I just talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, okay. No. We're going to get to rules in NCAA and NFL that are really controversial right now.
Yes.
But yes, while we are there, let's go ahead and settle up on the targeting. Because from where I'm at in the stands and from what I'm looking at on the Jumbotron, this does not look like a targeting. And I don't know if the slow-mo at home.
Slow-mo at home to me, and this is what I've seen so many happen that I don't like. If a defender is full speed coming at you to tackle you, and an offensive player lowers his head down I don't know how you punish the defender. He's helpless.
He's got to guess where his head's got to go.
Yes,
right?
he's helpless.
And I'm not just saying that in Kentucky's defense.
No.
I do think this is a legitimate
All across the
NCAA
board.
NFL
All
problem.
across the board.
I think it's a problem, and I want to say, let's be more specific.
Yes.
But maybe it needs to be more broad. But right now, and here's what you got to be careful of too that we're going to talk about later. Now that the NFL has made this pass interference reviewable, it's an awful mess.
It's an awful
God
mess.
awful.
Yep.
What's our boy's name? Owner of the NFL. NFL owner's name. What's his name? NFL owner. What? Goodell.
Yes. Yes.
Goodell has made our lives hell. Like, he is horrible right now. Goodell has ruined, they have ruined NFL.
It's hard.
Like, you can't
It's
even
hard.
watch it.
Yeah.
And the NCAA, I'm scared if we start making things more specific and make things like reviewable, everything reviewable and all this stuff like the NFL's trying to trend toward, it makes the game so unpleasant.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't even watch it. So,
I just, when you have, and it's NFL and college both, when you have rules that are getting 3, 4, 5 players a game ejected,
yep.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know what the answer is, but I will say that I think everybody is in agreement. Do you agree with me?
Yes, absolutely.
That this rule has to change.
It's got to change.
And I don't know how to fix it. I don't want kids getting concussions.
No, absolutely not.
I don't want kids making illegal hits. I want to keep people safe. But the line is so thin right now, and it's so subjective, that it's just like impossible to make these calls. It's total judgment call. It is total judgment call. And
Yeah.
it's really on the ref, and right now I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
No, I'm not either, and it's hard to watch, and it's one of those, like you said, it's making it miserable, especially in the NFL.
We'll get to the
It's hard
NFL.
to watch. Yeah.
Okay, so Cash caught on camera breaking the Florida guy's ankle.
Yes.
Trying.
Yes.
I did not personally watch it.
Very clear cut.
Did you watch it?
Yes. Yeah.
So here's my
Yeah.
question to you, because
Okay.
I love asking you questions. That's what this show is about.
Okay.
We obviously punished him.
Sure.
He set out, what, a quarter?
Yeah.
2 quarters?
Yep.
Are you still a Cash Daniels fan? As much, and if you are, is it as much as you were?
Cash Daniels, by twisting that Florida player's ankle, did nothing that 80% of the other players in college and the NFL has not done. His just got caught on camera.
Okay. So there's my argument. It's like, we say that, but think about me and you, we know video guys.
Yeah.
We know college video guys.
Yeah.
Everything is seen on camera.
Yeah.
From every angle and every game. I'm talking like every game. I ain't talking just UK football. I'm talking like NAIA caught on camera. I'm not 100% sold that every football player is doing that anymore. You catch me in the 90s, early 2000s, I'm like, yeah, there's dirty stuff going on, and I'm sure dirty stuff still happens. I mean, yes, it is football. But I'm saying this one really bothers me because he was caught, because it was just so blatant. I mean, a hold up under or a pull, a tug, whatever, I'm like, all right, a cheap shot. But this was, from what I understand, and again, I didn't really watch it, but from what I understand, this was a legitimate, like...
It was. He legit got it and was a quick twist. But here's my thing.
Okay.
Yes, the camera catches everything, but does television camera catch everything? And I think, say, if Florida and Kentucky both get that on their film in the video room,
yeah,
but the media didn't catch it, Cash Daniels don't get punished.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was the week leading up to last week's game, I was really torn because obviously everybody loves Cash Daniels. I mean, he is without a doubt one of the most popular UK players in a long time. And by the time he's said and done, who knows? You know, maybe up there like top 5 ever or something. Top 3, I don't know. But Southeastern Kentucky boy, and so it's like you just want to. But then when that happens, it's like, God, it's just a little disheartening.
Yeah.
And I'm forgiving him.
Yeah.
I'm forgiving, but it's like, and I want to think like you. Every player does it, but at the same time, I'm like, dang, it's hard to justify that.
He's practicing, and twisting that ankle. I went to a WWE match at Rupp Arena not too long ago, and Cash Daniels is sitting
Kyle
on
Maggard?
Not Kyle Maggard.
AMW?
Cash Daniels is sitting in the front row next to me, and every single WWE superstar, wrestler knew him and came over and talked to him.
Absolutely.
The guy's going to the WWE.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
He was
that's
practicing.
fair. He's practicing.
He was practicing.
I think let's leave it at that. Okay. Next, let's get to this week. South Carolina, at South Carolina. Big matchup. From what I heard today, South Carolina's backup to the backup is out. So, the backup's out. So, my question to you, is this a must? Is this a must win? We've seen the fan base now react to last 2 weeks, and it's not good.
Right.
We're without Terry. We still got quality stuff. Rose?
Sure.
Rose and Smoke are quality.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think Smith ain't that bad.
No.
Is this week a must-win?
Okay, South Carolina is an SEC football school. So before I say anything, don't go thinking that we're just going to walk in and we should be 3 touchdowns better than South Carolina.
Absolutely.
It's not how it works.
This will be a battle.
It's not how it works.
I mean, no matter if you think we'll win or lose, it'll be
It's
a battle.
going to be a battle. To touch your point, yes, it is a must-win.
Okay.
I think Kentucky goes in and doesn't get a win against the Gamecocks on Saturday. Things start becoming hectic and frustration builds and players start pointing fingers. Things are really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy.
Yeah,
but when you lose 2, 3, 4 in a row,
Yeah.
fingers start getting pointed at each other.
2 is a couple.
Yes.
3 is too many.
Yes.
And I think you're right. I hate saying that, and you're like, you're 4 games into the year, and I hate to say this is a must, but you look at the remaining schedule. We're going to count on beating Tennessee. We're going to count on beating Louisville, I hope. And then you count on Vanderbilt. That puts you at 5. And for every Kentucky fan, and I hate to say this, but let's be realistic here. I know y'all out there shooting for the stars, and I am too. Let's aim for the stars. Let's go to the national championship every year. But I think 7 was that ideal number that we all want, right?
Yep.
If we lose Saturday, 7 is a whole lot farther away.
A lot farther away.
In my opinion.
And let's say too that it's not a must-win for Mark Stoops' job. He's established himself.
Yep.
If you didn't see the raise he just got this season.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's
I think if you're good, Stoops is good. I mean, I don't think even if in all possibilities, you're not going to lose every game this year left on the schedule. We're going to win 6. We're going to win even if it was 5. Stoops is here for a while. We got a great class coming up.
Listen, worst thing, if we lose, you get to see how good of a manager Mark Stoops is with his team, handling frustration. But you're an SEC football school playing an SEC, man. 5-6 game wins, that's tough, especially. And like you said, we want to shoot for the stars. How many schools have consistently championship football and championship basketball at the same time schools? It does. Now, there's been, Florida's done it.
Florida did
Ohio
it
State's
for
but
a little while. Ohio
it's
State,
not consistent.
Not really.
It's not consistent.
Not consistently.
It can't be done. Look at Alabama.
Yeah, no. That'd be decent, but no, not to that level.
No.
You're right, and I mean,
It's
like
hard.
Clemson, no.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, it's tough to have, and Barnhart is like the man. You've seen those stats on the national championships and just the things that Kentucky as a school has won over the past few years.
Yeah.
The cheerleading's on lock. I mean, hell, even the rifle team is on lock.
Every sport we have is nationally ranked in the top 25.
I mean, it's amazing what Kentucky does as a school.
Yep.
So, I mean, we just have to remain realistic. And I think the worst thing we can do as a fan base is really turn our back on the program and be like, I hate it when people say, when's basketball season? You know, like, basketball season's gonna be great. We always get that. Let's get these guys going and keep that train rolling.
Yep. I think you got to look at the recruits we get at Kentucky. In the SEC, as long as Nick Saban is at Alabama,
Yep.
Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, we're going to get the not 5-star guys that go to Alabama. That's what we're going to get.
And Stoops does a great job.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's leave it at that.
Absolutely.
Let's leave it at that. Listen, we hinted on it a little bit, but NFL.
Yep.
The rules. The targeting, I think, is a problem. But I want to get back to this ridiculous being able to review pass interference.
You having human refs and human error is part of what makes the game. Is it not?
It's a mess.
You can't
It's an
review
awful
every
mess.
freaking call that we have in a game.
And now, for some reason, they're calling holdings like every play.
Every play.
The holdings and the pass interference, Mr. Goodell, they have to change. I know you're not hearing me from Mountain Heritage Festival 2019.
Maybe.
But good God, something's got to give.
Can we be real? A flag can be thrown every possession of football.
I mean, if you really wanted to get ticky-tacky, yeah, we could throw a flag at
Every possession.
The holdings have got to stop. And, you know, hey, we've got to reel these refs in and say, look, guys, I know what you're seeing by the book. You know, hey, maybe it is a hold.
Yeah.
But as long as we're seeing hands, you know, and as long as we're not seeing outside grabs, we got to let up a little bit.
I've been told over and over in the game of basketball that with a carrying call, if it does not impact, if it does not give that player an advantage, we don't call it. Can we not do that in football? If that hold does not change the impact of what happens, then let's not call it.
That's a great point. I think that's
I'm seeing Winston.
maybe the best point you've ever had on this show.
Thank you. I'm seeing guys get 2-yard runs from a hold that happened 20
Back
yards
at the
away.
quarterback's feet.
What does that? That don't change anything. That did not impact
Listen,
that play.
I have this theory that human beings are getting too big, too fast, too athletic, like we are outrunning the game.
We are.
And so now we're having to dial back and call pass interferences and holds and targetings, and it's like, and people get hurt, you know, and people are like, well, you know, especially with football, it's like get back to the grind, like killing each other, and I mean that was physical and tough. But you all got to also realize, it's like, and this is crazy, but we've developed to this point that people are so much more athletic and fast and bigger and
There's no denying that.
than they were.
No denying that.
This whole thing is flipped, and we can't let those things go like we used to. But now it's gotten to the point where we've cleaned it up too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And it's making it miserable to watch. I hope everybody agrees.
I mean, I agree with you completely. You can't. We have to get rid of some of this stuff. And like you said, nobody can argue it. Players are different now.
I like your theory in that maybe somehow we stress the fact that if it doesn't apply to the outcome, it needs to be, and if it doesn't put anybody in danger. Like nobody's in danger, you know, nobody's in danger.
Yeah.
Didn't affect the play.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, sure, you can't have somebody 10 yards away just haul off and do something crazy to somebody.
Right, yeah.
You got to penalize that.
Yeah.
But if it's a
I'm
simple
not saying
hold,
not to call anything.
yeah. But if it's a simple hold, no.
Well, to this point, something really interesting. I read a story about a Dolphins player, linebacker, tackling Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And the ref literally told him to stay off Tom.
Thank
quote,
you, ref.
unquote.
Thank you, ref.
And with that said, we now have Drew Brees out, Ben Roethlisberger out, Eli Manning has been benched. Are we seeing the older generation of quarterbacks? Are we seeing the end of an era?
You're seeing the end of an era. Tom Brady is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I hate when people try to argue with the stats.
You can't argue with it.
I don't think you can argue it.
No.
I mean, Joe was great. You know, these guys were great. But what Tom Brady is doing right now is unreal at 40 and at 42 years old. It'd be
He shouldn't be
unreal
playing.
if he was 28.
He shouldn't be playing. And he's still dominant. Listen, if Tom Brady was the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers last night, they win that football game.
You think so?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers is great.
He's great. But that Tom Brady's on a different level, I'm telling you. Listen, hey, here's the thing, though.
Oh, we're going to get you started.
Here's the thing, though.
So,
Now, if you get me started, I'd throw out there that all those touchy rules need to be
they do apply.
thrown away unless it's against Tom Brady. Leave those there. But no.
Ref literally told this player to stay off Tom.
That goes back to, you remember the MJ call when
think it's
MJ told the
crazy.
ref, he said, you remember this? When MJ was like, that was a foul. The ref was like, I didn't see it, Michael. And Michael was like, come on, it was a foul. And the ref was like, okay, I'll get it next time, Michael. But, you know.
And I think we're kidding ourselves if we don't think that refs, you know.
They have faith.
I want to watch my mouth. Brian Cook's right over there, the signing secretary of the 14th region. But we're crazy if we don't think
They're
refs
sports fans, too.
kind of cater to the best players.
They're sports fans, too.
I think naturally you do that. I don't think it can be helped. And it happens and people want to whine about it. Yes, of course it happens. They're the best player.
Referees ref sports because they're sports fans, too. They're going to have favorites.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're
They're
favorites.
humans, too.
But no, with what you were saying, Winston, yeah, you're seeing the end of a quarterback era. You're seeing Peyton is out. Eli's getting there. Aaron Rodgers is getting old. Ben Roethlisberger is done. Tom Brady's that. You're
Even
seeing
guys
the end of an era.
What about Cam Newton? He
Cam
needs
Newton.
to be done. Kyle Allen needs to start for that team the rest of the
Yep.
way. Cam
Now,
is done.
Now, we have a good string of really good quarterbacks
We do.
that's going to come,
We
but
do.
it's going to be different.
Yep.
It's going to be
gonna
different.
You
Right
got-
now, you're seeing teams who are absolutely 100% being led by quarterbacks.
I picked up Daniel Jones, and I'm starting him this weekend. I don't care. I did it. I don't care. I started Josh Allen last weekend.
Oh.
All right, look, we got to take a quick break. We ran overtime on this segment. When we get back, you don't want to miss this. Kansas Jayhawks Blue Blood basketball. Serious allegations, level 1 allegations.
The Jayhawk got shot out of the
Kansas
sky.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk. We're going to talk about it, maybe the fallout, maybe some ideas for Kansas to get out of it when we get back at Before the Whistle, live from Mountain Heritage 2019. I'm going to go try to get a brain freeze, for real.
My friend looks at me and she goes, "You're having a stroke." If you're having a stroke, hopefully someone that's watching you or seeing it unfold knows FAST, which is face, arm, speech, and time to call 911. After the stroke, I just felt like I lost everything. If you don't have purpose, you end up with no reason to fight. I am Angie Aparo, and all I wanted to do was sing again.
MAV TV, Motorsports Network. If it has an engine, it's on MAV TV. Catch all the action from the mudslinging Lucas Oil short course off-road races. The excitement of the Lucas Oil late model dirt series. Thousands of horsepower pulling tons of steel. Watch it all on the only network dedicated to motorsports. MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
You don't need dip to be a great player. You need dedication.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Hi, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
minds. I still love Tom Brady. That is what happened to the Kansas Jayhawks.
Where did we get that? Yeah, Kansas Jayhawks.
Shot a Jayhawk out of the sky, poaching.
Look at this. We've gotten amazing things from passerbyers here.
Courtesy of Brian Cook. This is what he carried. They tried to take this from him at the gate, and he showed them his concealed carry license.
Oh, man. This is too much. It even shakes when you pull the trigger, and there's a disco light that comes out. Where did this come from? All right, listen. Shortened version of Rock Chalk Jayhawk allegations. For those of you new to this news at home, past couple weeks, there's been a huge fallout concerning the FBI's investigation of several universities, specifically that are sponsored by Adidas, and we'll get to that in a moment. But serious allegations being handed down. Kansas, supposedly some text messages, players being paid off by people through Adidas, but Bill Self knew about these dealings and did not report these dealings. So I don't want to get it confused here. From what I've understood,
yes,
is that Self isn't the person giving the money.
He is not.
Kansas University.
And never is.
And, no,
that's never how it works.
But Adidas is giving these kids money, and Bill Self knows about these going on.
Well, there's a connection, and here's how it's a system. It's just like, I hate to say this, and I hate to say this on air, but it's almost how organized crime works. If we look at this, players get money from Adidas, and Kansas is going to agree because Kansas wants to keep this Adidas sponsorship. Adidas is going to say, I'll get you this kid if you keep us with your program.
And so Self's stance in all of this is that, hey, we recruited the kid. I can't help if a third party gets involved, like, well, I don't have nothing to do with this kid.
But can we
other than recruiting him.
Can we get past something? The coaches always know about this crap.
Calipari don't.
They know about this crap, except for Coach Cal. He's innocent.
So, but seriously, this is a problem because now, I don't know if you know about this either, but early September, news broke that KP, Kenny Payne, had of course received text messages from a Nike rep that was also caught up in some serious, bad business.
He knew nothing about
with players. Now, if you read the context of those text messages, and I think that's important.
Yes.
You hear these terms like, did he say bro?
He said bro. Watch your back, bro. Bro. Watch your back, bro. Fruits. And let's be honest, Adidas, Nike, they're companies, they're businesses too. Yep. And in the world of college sports, that's probably Adidas and Nike's biggest advertisement is having it on that jersey.
100%.
Those guys wearing it.
100%.
The NBA sticks with a contract for years, so NCAA changes frequently. You want to keep these teams.
Thank you. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
It's a hold up.
Listen,
give me all your lemonade.
We're having too much fun at Mountain Heritage 2019. Seriously, come down to Whitesburg. Watch the game tonight on TBS Cable.
Are you going to ask me my prediction?
Get you some food here. I'm going to ask you a few questions. You ready? We got to spit them out quick. Who's guilty, the school or the sponsor? The school or the shoe company?
The shoe company.
The shoe company.
Shoe company.
Should college players be paid?
Yes.
Who wins, Perry Central or Letcher Central?
Look at,
oh my God, he's got on Cougar socks. Look. Cougar socks. Oh my God,
there.
Put that back on. All right, we've gotten chaotic.
Cougars.
We've gotten chaotic.
Cougars.
Cougars.
Can we do that on live television? Was that PG rated?
Hey, we just shot a gun.
I took my clothes off on live TV.
We just shot a gun. Watch the game. Come down to Mountain Heritage, get some food. We'll catch you back at halftime, and we're going to miraculously teleport to the game. We'll catch you at halftime. Come back before the whistle.